Hey, what's up everyone? Hope you're doing great. So the headline feature of this update, easily the tower. This is the new endgame challenge that Blizzard's been teasing for a while, and it's finally here in a beta state. Think of it as a layered dungeon mode where you climb floor after floor, taking on increasingly difficult enemies and time-based challenges. Each level gets progressively harder, but the rewards scale too. The real twist, though, is that the tower ties directly into leaderboards. Yep, official leaderboards are now in the game. Players will be able to see where they stand regionally and globally based on their best tower completions. It's a competitive mode, but still accessible enough that anyone who's hit endgame can start working their way up. You'll unlock it once you reach rank 2 in the current season, so it's not locked behind crazy requirements. The leaderboard rounds are going to reset periodically, so it's a rotating challenge, not a one-and-done thing. That means your spot isn't forever. You'll have to keep pushing if you want to stay relevant. Now let's talk about class changes, because there are some really meaningful tweaks here. Paladin mains in particular are getting a bunch of love this time around. The devs adjusted several of the Paladin's core mechanics, especially around movement and how abilities like Charge and Consecration interact with terrain and targets. Resolve generation feels smoother, and a few of the Paragon nodes have been rebalanced to make endgame builds less frustrating. They even fixed several PvP-specific bugs, including one where some skills weren't properly scaling against players. Oh, and flails. Those iconic Paladin weapons can now roll with major damage affixes and be enchanted. It's a small thing on paper, but it actually gives Paladins a ton more flexibility when it comes to pushing high-end content. Outside of class tuning, the patch is loaded with quality-of-life updates that players have been begging for since launch. The world map now gives clearer tooltips for locked capstone dungeons, so you'll know exactly what's blocking you instead of just guessing. There's improved feedback when you try to sanctify an item that isn't eligible, which saves you a few frustrating seconds of confusion. And Blizzard continues to iron out those annoying stuck moments, like getting caught on climbable ledges, stuck behind fog walls, or frozen mid-animation during interactions. They also tweaked a bunch of backend systems to reduce UI lag and make certain screens like inventory and Paragon boards feel smoother. These little fixes add up. It's the kind of polish that makes the whole experience feel tighter and less, even if you can't always point to exactly why. There's also a batch of general bug fixes across nearly every aspect of the game. Seasonal progress trackers now update more reliably. There are fewer crashes related to particle-heavy effects, and they've done a pass on sound bugs that used to cause certain abilities to randomly go silent. It's all about stability and consistency, and you can tell Blizzard's been really focused on that as the game matures. Server stability feels better too, at least in early impressions. Less rubber banding and faster matchmaking for group content. The tower's leaderboard system is going to be interesting because it's not just about speed. It's about efficiency and mastery. The scoring factors in how quickly you clear, how many bonuses you earn, and how you handle elite encounters. It's a more strategic system than people expected, and it really rewards players who understand their builds inside and out. The fact that it's labeled as beta means Blizzard's still planning to tweak the rules, maybe even expand it into future seasons with different modifiers or environmental effects. It's an exciting foundation for a long-term feature that could keep endgame players engaged between major expansions. If you've been playing casually or took a break after last season, this update feels like the kind of thing that can bring you back in. It gives you a clear reason to log on, chase new gear setups, and compete against other players in a structured way. The balance changes might not completely reinvent your favorite class, but they definitely make the experience smoother, fairer, and more rewarding.